Recently there were dolphins that were washing up on beaches in France. We've talked about this in other locations around the world. Here in the United States, you have this occurring again, and this is happening between Laguna and Huntington Beach in California. They're saying that experts are on high alert right now, as they're saying there is a higher than normal number of dolphins that are washing up, and they're not sure what is causing this. Now, there could be a plethora of different things out there, but of course, when they start doing tests, they can start to roll things out, and they can get closer to finding the cause of all this. Now, just a depletion in oxygen can sometimes cause this, but when this happens, it affects more than just one species. Oftentimes, it will affect numerous different species, but the ones that are closest to the problem, you're going to see different types of, well, like if there's a school of fish that are in a certain area and there's low oxygen that comes through that region, then that whole school of fish can get wiped out, and then you can say, okay, what's a big fish kill? Now, dolphins, on the other hand, they seem to be washing up in this one specific area. It's not like it's going on along the coastline all the way up to Washington. Now, they're citing that they do believe that this could be because of all the rain and the runoffs. And what that means is that all these chemicals from all the farms and factories and everything else have ran off into the ocean. And we have actually local residents that say that this is heartbreaking, that these are our friends. They actually ride the waves and swim out there with dolphins. And it's heartbreaking to see this happen. But they're saying that an algae bloom could be responsible for this. Once again, we're going to have to wait and get a confirmation on that. But they've also witnessed the rescue missions for sea lions double. So there's something going on out here in terms of all this. We've got animals washing up on beaches and getting rescued. Wanted to make mention of it. I leave links below. If you know of anything similar to this, let me know. Yahoo.com. And also follow me on Twitter for more. And those that want to join us for the first ever knowledge conference in the Cincinnati area, March 30th, hit me up, Yahoo.com. Only 5 tickets left. Can't wait to meet and see some of you guys there. Much love.
Shalom, El Shirala. I'm going to start out by giving infinite honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to you, sincere I can push his true across the 4 winds. All right. This guy, Dabu '07, man, he brings out a lot of good intel. He's the alternative means to get good intel. You gotta a lot of time take meat off the bone with him. He go off a lot, but he do bring out good intel. And on this clip, I like dolphins, man. They like one of my favorite sea creatures, man. They smart, they're intelligent. Esau, when he uses his technology, he gets his technology from studying these animals. He's wiser than Daniel. That's where he gets sonar from studying to see how dolphins communicate. They literally communicate with each other and talk, you know. And it's sad that this devil bearing rule when the wicked rule, the people mourn, man. All right, and the peoples of the earth are not only in the uproar of mourning. Creation, from the botanicals, the trees, the dolphins, the fowls of the air, the bees, the insects, everybody fucked up in this bitch because this motherfucking devil, man. Okay? And he's talking about he don't know what the problem is, all right, because he's the devil his goddamn self, but is his nation from the Lord Esau, who he is, a Hebrew red Edomite. That's the problem, all right? From his progeny, where he come from their loins, that's the problem. The wicked bearing rule. Man, they got all of these ships and vessels and destroyers on the earth. They got all these plants on the earth. And what do? They dump all their waste in the rivers and the seas, man. All right? They got they nuclear waste. They build these nuclear arsenals and shit. And when they get through with the waste, they just dump it in the fucking sea, man. These are the things they do. Where I live down here in Baton Rouge, all up and down the Mississippi is none but plants, man. Number plants that make plastic and all type of toxic waste and shit. And what do? They dump that shit right in the fucking Mississippi River. History tells it that when the Native Americans was here, living up and down the Mississippi River, the Mississippi River was clean. It was clear. All right. When it met the ocean, it was a different clear, but it was clear. The Mississippi River is brown and nasty now, man. That's because that's what happens when with the wicked bear rule. And the earth will end up being a wilderness if our great king don't come back, and no flesh will be saved. When we talking about flesh, we're not just talking about animals and fowls of the air. We talking about us humans. This devil will kill his own fucking self. He will destroy his own self. Okay? And what we do, us men of the Lord, us hopeful elect, we are being commissioned by Yahweh Shem Shai to fish for the precious elect, you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latin-speaking people of the earth. And we're also commissioned to come out here and expose the devil, and pronounce judgment on the devil. All right, that's the light of a men of the Lord, and to stay on our watch. All right, and synchronize these end of times with the scriptures, man. All right. And what I'm doing right now, I'm showing why the blessed dolphins are dying. In the book of Genesis, the Most High say our great king rested from the 7th day on the 6th day, and he looked at his creation. He said everything was good. The dolphins are beautiful, man. The dodo bird, the black rhino, all these animals that have become extinct, they were good in Yahweh Shema Shai's eyes, man. And this devil's killing them. But even in defense of those animals that have since the devil has bare rule, that are extinct, when we come back in power, we're gonna bring all of them back. We're gonna bring the black rhino back, the dodo bird back, anything that has been extinct since the devil has bare rule. And to show you that this devil has bare rule, and Ishmael is not the devil, Moab is not the devil, Japheth, Elam is not the devil, because all of those nations I just said, when they were in power, they weren't destroying themselves and they weren't destroying the earth. Okay? The so-called white man is the devil the Bible speak of. He's the adversary. He's Satan in the flesh. All right? Now this is Revelation 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. And the time of the dead is all of the heathen nations. All right. They are the dogs that's going to be outside of the temple when you read that scripture in Revelation, the 21st chapter. All right. So they're the dogs, man. All right. And the reason they're going to be judged is because they threw in a lot with this so-called white man in Psalms 83. All right. They take on his philosophies. They're drunk off the wine that he's force-fed the earth. They get his democracy, they take his laws, and they start governing his people and doing business the way the so-called white man does business. And they've got in league with each other to keep the children of Israel in a position of servitude. So they're going to be judged along with this devil, and they're going to drink up the cup that he has to drink. Okay. And thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great. And we're going to get a reward, Lord willing, we're in that number. Lord willing, we're those elect men, chosen men, because we're doing Yahweh Shem Shai's bidding with all fear and trembling, man. He commissioned us to go out here and prophesy to the nations, man, and that's what we're doing. We're telling them what's going to happen before it happens. He told us to go fish for the elect. We out here casting out that net, throwing out these rivers of living water and these gold nuggets, reeling in and being fishers of men. All right. And letting our light shine, man. All right. And a reward comes with that, and suffering while doing, and being persecuted and going through different straits and tribulations while doing it, man. A reward comes with this hell we're going through, man. All right. Small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. That's what's going on with the dolphins, man. The so-called white man's bearing rule, and he's destroying the earth. He's destroying the creatures. He's destroying creation. All right. And when you read Matthew the 24th chapter, it say, if he's not taken out of power and our great king don't come back and redeem his elect and take dominion of the planet earth, no flesh will be saved. Let me get it. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days be shortened, it's talking about Jacob's trouble, when all hell break loose, World War III, okay? There shall no flesh be saved. All right. And when we talk about flesh, we talking to all of creation. We're not just talking about animals and fowls of the air and the fish of the sea, amphibians and shit. We're talking about human beings. No flesh will be saved. Okay. If this devil had his way. All right. Even the bacterials and viruses, nothing would be saved if this damn devil bear rule, man. All right. For if he bear rule another 50 or 100 years, man, he'll destroy the whole planet. Okay. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So for the Crella de la Creme, the Most High's prophet, he do none without revealing his secrets to his servants, the prophets. That's why our great king is coming back and taking this devil out of this power seat and to redeem his people and select his few good men and save his few good men. All right. But if this devil was bearing rule, man, no fish of the sea would live. All right. They'll kill Leviathan down there. They're going to fuck up so bad, they're going to wake up Leviathan out of his abyss in these last days. All these missiles and bombs going to be going off. They're going to wake him up. He going to come from out of his abyss to get a piece of Esau's ass, man. He going to come up and destroy all these destroyers, dumping all that waste and shit in the seas, man. All these big fisherman boats that just put up them big ass nets, man. I seen a picture how they fish in the ocean. They just make these long ass nets, 30 and 40 feet long, and just let the nets go, and just whatever get caught in the net, they kill it. If they fishing for redfish or salmon, when they pull it up, it got sharks, whales, everything that has to come up and get air, all those animals down there, and they getting caught up in the net, they just killing it. Fuck it. Man, the Most High frown upon that, man. When you have dominion of the earth, you're supposed to take care of the earth, because the earth takes care of you. All right? You're not just supposed to destroy it and live like a Neanderthal, but that's what he is, okay? All right, and the earth is out of whack because of the fall, man. All right? That's the only reason this devil is in the power seat. So I'm going to go to 11 and show you that when our great king come back into power, everything is going to be put back like it's supposed to be. All right. So I'm going to start at verse 11 and 4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. That's talking about our great king. He's coming back to judge the planet. All right. And try all the nations and the races of the earth. All right. And he's coming to bring his reward to those that abide by his word and to those that disrespect his word. He coming to lay down law. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. All right. And the wicked is the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, the red Hebrew Edomites. All right. That's the wicked of the earth. Okay. And in righteousness shall be girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. All right. And when he comes to judge and he lays dominion and take the kingdom by force. All right. Forever and ever and ever, according to Daniel, the 7th chapter. All right. Then is going to be peace on the earth. All right. And the wolf shall also lie with the lamb. See, things are out of whack because of the fall. All right. Isaiah 29 chapter say this devil has turned things upside down. All right. So while things are turned upside down, wolves attack lambs. In the Garden of Eden, it wasn't like that. It wasn't no wolves attacking lambs and bears attacking mooses and shit. They all dwelled together. They were all in perfect unison, and they all ate grass, man. All right. And the leopard shall lie down with the kid. The kid is a baby goat, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a child shall lead them. See, that's the way the Most High created it to be. All those animals be at peace with each other. The earth was at peace with each other in the Garden of Eden. When our great king finished creation, what was his words? When he say he rested from his work and he say everything was good. Okay. The animals weren't devouring each other, and the animals had fear and dread upon man. In fact, let me get that. All right. The animals had fear and dread upon us. This is Genesis 9 and 1. And Yahweh blessed Noah and his son and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. All right. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, and upon all that move upon the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea, and into your hand they delivered. All right. Shit, it ain't rocking like that now. You take your ass and walk on the Serengeti and see how fast a motherfucking lion come eat you for lunch. You walk in the wrong yard around here and let somebody have a pit bull or rottweiler in their yard, all right, and see how the animal don't have no fear of your ass. You know what I'm saying? They show you the earth is out of whack, man, and it's because of this devil, man. Fucking animals turning gay and shit, man. All right? And the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. You see? That's the way it's supposed to be. No bloodshed. The only bloodshed that's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven is when we cracking this devil across his head with a motherfucking iron scepter. When we breaking his bones. When we just torching him, having fun with his ass. Doing to him double what he did us. All right? And when we do it, it's going to be in righteousness' sake. They're going to reap what they sown. And our Heavenly Father said, reward to them double. Okay? Let me go over to Isaiah 14. All right. This is Isaiah 14 and 7. All right. I'm going to start at 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. And he's not just doing it to the nations of the earth. He's not just doing it to the peoples of the earth. He's doing it to the animals, to the creation, the trees, the Amazon, the jungles. All right. Antarctica. All right. Everywhere. He's destroying the earth, literally. He's destroying creation, literally. And he that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted, and none hindereth, and none could stop him. Okay? It's talking about the so-called white man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Now, this is going to happen when he's taken down. All right. Poor fucking dolphins. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. You see, but I'm not on no spirit like no fucking white person, so-called white person, Hebrew red Edomite, talk when I say poor fucking dolphins. I'm just giving this visual depiction how he fucking up creation. My heart goes out to my brothers in this truth. They elected Yasharala. All right, this downtrodden state we in. All right, because Esau gives a fuck about the animals more than he do the human beings. All right. And I don't give a shit about the rest of humanity and 2/3 of our people. It's all about the elect, man. My brothers and I, we suffering in this place, man. All right. And this devil is destroying and oppressing and ruling those with an ironclad fist. And you're not in your right mind if you don't want to take this devil down. If you're trying to talk about getting equality and cohabitating and dwelling with this devil, you're not in the right spirit. You part of the fucking problem. All right. And he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. That's what we're going to do in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're going to be two-stepping. We're going to have festivals that last weeks and months. All right. The animals are going to be fucking dancing. The trees going to be singing. All right. The earth is going to be jubilant. When we kill motherfucking sharks, gonna be jumping out the water, hitting cartwheels and shit. All right, we gonna have them spiritual powers to go swim down there in those the depths of the ocean, and we gonna have the technology to straight up build houses right there in the middle of the ocean that go down into the sea. Okay, we gonna show Esau how to stunt. Okay. But when our great king take this devil down, man, the earth is not gonna be mourning. The animals are not gonna be beaching them fucking selves, man. The animals are gonna be happy, man. All right. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fire trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sang, since thou art laid down, no fellas come up against us. It's talking about the so-called white man. He's just tearing the Amazon forest down mile by mile every day. And you got those Israelites that's living in the Amazon. He coming in on them. They try to fight back and he knocked their asses off, killing their asses. All right. The Amazon is uncharted territory. He hasn't since he's been in power, he hasn't he hasn't discovered and went through all of it to map it out. So he's going inch by inch, just cutting down all the trees, man. That's wicked as hell, man. Okay? This devil, if he have his chance, we would be living in a concrete jungle and where it won't have no green on the planet Earth. No green. All right? This is the devil the Bible speak of, man. The so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. And we're exposing him for the devil he is in these last days, seconds of time, man. And if you don't take heed, and if you have compassion on this devil, you're going to drink of the same cup as this devil. When this devil is bowed down low, and when this devil is destroyed in the Third World War, and all these calamities befall this devil, everything that befall him is going to befall you. All right? So-called Negro man, woman, and child, so-called Native American man, woman, child, so-called Latin-speaking man, woman, and child. You're the children of Israel of antiquity. You're the apple of the Most High's eye, and he demands you to come back to his law, statutes, and commandments. And if you're not in that elect number and you don't take heed to the call, your blood is going to be up on your hand. Because there's no reason for you not to know this devil is the Bible. This so-called white man is the devil the Bible speak of. He got his prophets out here proclaiming this day in and day out. All right? This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When our great king come into power, man, the kingdom of heaven is going to be jubilant, man. We're going to be happy. He say he going to wipe the tears from my eyes. We'll never be sad again. All right? It's going to be a party. He gave the analogy. He gave this parable in the gospel where he say the kingdom of heaven is going to be like a man that finds a treasure. And every day he hide the treasure again. Then when he finds it the next day, is you gonna have that jubilant feeling. Like when you find a treasure, you just be jubilant. You open that chest and see all that gold, you just happy. You gonna have that euphoric feeling, that ecstatic feeling, your enzymes and your endorphins in your body. You're just gonna be in a happier state every day. That's the feeling you're gonna have in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? You're gonna be in a rejoiceful spirit. But when the wicked bear rules, the people mourn. The people are mourning. It's uproars in Haiti. It's uproars in Paris. It's uproars in Uganda, man. It's uproars in Pakistan. It's uproars here in America. The peoples of the earth are in mourning, man. The animals, the fish of the sea, the beasts of the field, the fowls of the air, the insects are all mourning. The bees are mourning. They're dying. The fowls of the air falling out the sky. The fish of the sea beaching their fucking selves, man. It's because of this red orangutan Hebrew Edomite, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speak of. And he's going down. His time is up. The jig is up. So with that, Lord willing to sit down was edifying to the ears. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to you, sincere, I can push in the true cross of four winds. Kwam Yasharala.